Hi everyone, welcome back. In our previous lesson, we covered the format of the TOEFL reading section and broke down two key question types, vocabulary and detail questions. Now let's move on to more challenging ones, starting with inference and negative detail questions. In TOEFL reading, the inference questions are tricky because the answer isn't directly stated in the passage. You have to read between the lines. For example, a question might ask, what can be inferred from paragraph 4 about test techniques? Since the answer isn't word for word in the passage, you need to look at the ideas presented and think logically about what the passage suggests. Next, we have negative detail questions. These ask you to find what is not true in the passage. Here's an example. According to paragraph 3, which of the following is not mentioned? 3 statements will be true based on the passage, but 1 will be false. That's your answer. Next, let's talk about one of the most unique TOEFL reading questions, sentence insertion. This question asks you to place a new sentence into the correct spot in the passage. You'll see 4 possible locations, and you have to choose the one that keeps the meaning clear and logical. How do you solve it? Look at transition words in the sentence, like therefore or however. These words tell you where the sentence logically fits in the passage. For example, if the sentence starts with as a result, it should come after a cause-effect statement, not at the beginning of a paragraph. Finally, let's talk about the big picture questions, summary and comparison questions. Summary questions ask you to pick the 3 most important ideas from the passage. You'll see 6 statements and need to choose the ones that best summarize the passage. For example, a summary question might start with, the passage discusses the challenges of the TOEFL test. Choose the 3 statements that best summarize the passage. The key here is to focus on the passage's main ideas, not minor details. Then we have comparison questions, which are less common but still important. These ask you to categorize information. For example, comparing 2 scientific theories. If a passage talks about terrestrial planets versus Jovian planets, a comparison question might ask you to sort their characteristics into 2 groups. And that's a complete breakdown of TOEFL reading question types. Now that you know how each question works, you'll be able to identify them quickly and answer them more efficiently on test day. In our next lesson, we'll explore strategies for answering these questions accurately and under time pressure. Make sure to practice these question types so you'll feel confident when you take the real TOEFL. See you in the next lesson. Want to boost your TOEFL score? Get instant access to over 4,000 real TOEFL questions, full-length mock tests, and AI-powered feedback that helps you improve every answer. No credit card needed. Start your free trial today.